Hello, welcome. Let's get right to it. This is going to be a live commentary session of the alchemical Hydra. This won't be a guide, more so a play-by-play of my kills, couple kills of the Hydra that I'll be doing. Before I commentate that, I guess I'll explain what it is that I'm doing in advance. So, right off the bat, at a high level, we're just rotating counterclockwise and getting Hydra stuck on these vents. The first vent can be a little bit tricky because we have to keep in mind his attacks. On his fourth attack, he's going to do a poison attack. So we just want to make sure that when it's the third attack, we know to basically run from his fourth attack. But besides that, there's going to be a lightning attack. I'm going to do the lightning trap method. I'll try to commentate that. And then when we finish up the kill, when it's the red phase, as he's heading to the middle, we're going to go to this tile. And then he's going to do the two flames attack. Then when he tries to flame us, we're going to go to this tile, DPS him down. When he turns into the Jad phase, which is the black phase, we're basically going to again count to 4 attacks, just like in the beginning. When he does the fourth attack, it's going to be a poison attack. So we just have to make sure that on his third attack, we're ready to move away from that. So that's kind of the high level overview. I know it's a lot to keep track of just without a reference. So now I'm just going to get into it. I happen to have a Rallos, so, but you absolutely don't need that. We're just going to head over here. So that's the third attack. And now the fourth attack I know is going to be a poison attack, so I'm just going to run away. Like I was saying. And now all I'm doing is just watching for his head movement. When it flicks like that, I'm going to switch my prayer. Again, it flicked. Now our DPS is pretty good, so we're going to move over to this tile, and the reason why we move over to this tile is, again, at a high level, what we're doing conceptually is just keeping him on these vents. I'm going to take a look at the lightning. If it's here, then I'm just going to do a little beam movement. That can be tricky to do, but I recommend just trying to learn that rather than do the run method. The run method, you lose DPS, don't want to lose DPS. Now again, my next move, another thing you kind of want to keep track of is your next move. So what's the next move? Well, our next move is we want to move here, right? Unfortunately, I kind of missed that, but not a problem. I'm just going to spam click here and I'm going to do that. Take a look at that head movement, see if it comes up, and then if it did, I'm going to switch to prayer. And when he enters the black phase, we're just going to immediately switch to the next prayer. Immediately switch to the next prayer, and now we're just going to flick. That's the second attack, that's the third attack, and that's that fourth attack that I was talking about. We're mentally aware of the fourth attack. So, fourth attack is the poison attack, and then it's just a matter of flicking. So you don't need a whole lot of tiles. I know there's some guides that have a bunch of tiles. I find them really confusing. Keep things simple. Just have these tiles, and that should be enough. I'm going to set up here. I'm going to hope for the 50-50. Never lucky. That's the second attack. That's the third attack. We're gonna switch prayer, and then we're just gonna run. Keep an eye on that head movement. Also take a look at that HP bar. When it's close to 800, we're just gonna move next to the next event. Once the lightning is here, we're just gonna do a little V. Really, the way to tell with that is when the lightning is here, you just do a little movement like that. A little V movement. It's a little bit late on that prayer flick. Happens sometimes. But now I'm going to be moving to the appropriate location. Appropriate tile. I can even turn off my prayer at this point. Serve it a bit. Watch for that head movement. First attack, second attack, and the fourth attack is going to be the poison. So we're going to move back. Now you don't want to move too far back, because if you move too far back, you're going to lure him to this tile, or to this event. That can be problematic. He becomes a little bit stronger. And that's pretty much Hydra. Maybe we'll do one more kill. But yeah, what I really want to drill down is, in the very beginning, we want to keep track of his attacks so that we can dodge the poison. And then at the very end, you want to keep track of his Jad phase so that you can dodge the poison. Got lucky on the 50-50. That's the second attack. That's his third attack. We're going to switch prayers, and then we're just going to run. Just run, 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 run. Nothing complicated. And at this point, it's a snooze fest. All we're doing is we're just watching for the head movement. There's nothing complicated happening right now. I'm gonna get over here so that we can lure him. Again, watch for that head movement. And then now we're just going to take a look at that lightning. Once it's here, then we're going to do that V. I would recommend just practicing that, and even if you mess up, it's like 10 damage. It's barely any damage that you're going to take. Another thing you want to do is you want to plan your next move. So I know for a fact that my next move is to move towards here. So I'm just going to get a head start on that. Another thing is you want to also consider that your next move also is to frankly drink prayer so you can pot up as well. Next up, we're going to move back here because that was the fourth attack. Again, we're keeping track of that mentally. And now it's just a matter of flicking. Nothing complicated happening right now. If you get unlucky and with the DPS, it happens sometimes. Oh my god. Oh my god, is that it? Oh my god, is that the Fang? Is that like... No, that's not the claw. The claw is the good one. Oh my god, for a second I thought that was the claw, dude. Fuck me. Anyway, back to it. Keep a look at the second attack, third attack, switch prayer, and then we're gonna run. All I'm doing right now is just looking at the head flick. Now I'm also keeping an eye on the HP bar. Once you've trapped the lightning, you don't want to run too quickly here, because the lightning is still active, even though it's trapped. We're going to make our way to this tile again. That's our next move. Always be thinking about the next move. When it's the black phase, he immediately switches to the next prayer. That's the third one. Now the fourth one, we move back. Another thing you can think of is like, on the fourth attack, you move 4 back, basically. So, I guess it depends on how you count it out, but... a little bit unlucky with the... But yeah, so you basically move 1, 2, 3, 4, and you are golden. Another thing I would recommend is picking up the bones. You never know, you could like get really unlucky and just die, and then you don't want to like miss out on your loot. May or may not have happened to me. I'm just gonna run away. That was the fourth attack. Now I'm gonna heal up a little bit. My range pot's kind of low, so I'm just gonna range pot. Another thing that you want to do is, as you're moving down, you definitely want to pay attention to his attacks as well. I kind of messed up there and I forgot his attack cycle. Thinking about the next steps. Here. Sometimes you can almost suffer from success and you don't even know what cycle he's at. that's kind of the gist of Hydra. Fortunately, I got really excited. I thought that was the fang or the claw. But that's Hydra. Hope you enjoyed. Take care. Bye bye.